We were fighting for our survival to begin with before these floods hit us. We are trying to fight poverty, where more than 40% of the population was living under the poverty line, and now more than 20 million people have added to that vulnerable group. This is one of the biggest challenges. It can make or break this country and this nation.
People are living in the open sky. When it is sunny, then people are suffering because of heat, and when it is raining, the life is no more easy. There are many people still without tents and shelter, and now we have the winter ahead, and we know this disaster is not going to be over very soon, so we need to cater for the need of these people.
Since the beginning of the floods, Church World Service has continued to respond to meet the needs of vulnerable families, along with its fellow ACT Alliance members in Pakistan, Diakoni Katastrofenhilfe, and Norwegian Church Aid.
At this point in time, we are finishing up our emergency response. We've been able to distribute food packages and NFI items in most of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa targeted villages, and we are now finishing up the final distributions for the south.
With the support of ACT Alliance members from across the globe, CWSPA has distributed a total of 13,000 food packages to support more than 91,000 people in the provinces of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Balochistan, and Sindh. In addition, distributions of kitchen and household items have assisted more than 75,000 people. Meanwhile, mobile health units continue to provide preventive and curative health services to tens of thousands of patients. And CWSPA health teams have conducted more than 300 health education sessions on issues including personal hygiene, HIV and AIDS, skin infections, and safe drinking water and sanitation. Now, the relief phase shifts to recovery and rehabilitation to assist communities for the longer term.
With the floods devastating a majority of the crops, there is now an urgent need to race against time and be able to plant for the next season. As far as wheat is concerned, this has to be planted sometime in October. So if we don't start planting wheat now, there will be a very, very huge food shortage in the coming months.
We need to think of rehabilitation of their lives. Once they go back, what are they going to do? They've lost most of their livelihood, the livestock is gone. So that is the main concern for everybody at the moment, to start the work on recovery and rehabilitation of these people, which is very important, and that is when you can make a change in their lives.
Another area where CWSPA has sought to bring change is in the quality and accountability of humanitarian aid for disaster survivors. Over the past several months, CWSPA has trained hundreds of aid workers on humanitarian standards and accountability.
Immediately after the floods, the Quality and Accountability team has conducted series of orientation sessions in 10 locations in Pakistan to equip aid workers with the skills, knowledge, and also the right attitude to actually deliver services to the affected communities.
And CWSPA continues to advocate for greater adherence to humanitarian standards and accountability systems to create a multiplying impact across the entire humanitarian community in Pakistan. As millions of affected families continue to recover from the massive floods, Church World Service is committed to the people of Pakistan for the long term.
Their livelihoods have been destroyed, their fields have been destroyed. The government is now trying to pull resources from everywhere to meet the needs. How do we make sure they build back better, they get back on their feet? And this flood, even though directly has affected more than 20 million, but it in reality has affected each and every Pakistani.
And the ability for Church World Service to carry out its work here in Pakistan is directly linked to its long-term relationship with local communities.
What makes our work very unique is our history and our relationship with the people of Pakistan. Over 60 years of working together. We know the people, we know the context, we know the culture, we know the needs, and we know how to work together.
And as communities seek to rebuild their lives in all corners of the country, Church World Service will continue to work together and partner with the Pakistani people to help them recover from the largest natural disaster in their nation's history.